This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And the Jazz start out with the ball. George with it. To the inside. Here's Collins. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Randall on the screen. No good that time. And here's George. They set the pick. Pass to Collins. Back to George. Collins with it. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's a good look for Collins. I like the offensive approach right there.
Outside Edwards. Over Sexton. Minnesota again missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Randall, good.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Inside. Here's Filipowski. Second shot opportunity. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. For three, Conley. Utah grabs the miss. It's George on the wing. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Filipowski. 4 on the clock. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels, and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Here's Edwards, following the bucket by Utah. Now Conley. Outside McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Markkanen. To the middle. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Here's Conley. Shoots over George. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Utah making a switch here. Knocked away. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Down low. Here's Markkanen. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And it's Randall with the jam. Wow.
Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
On the wing, Sexton. Back to George. Pass to Sexton. To the paint. George, no good. And Minnesota with possession here. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Randle, good. Randle's got 6.
Letting Randle get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Pass to Shibwe. Fires from deep. No good. Up in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by a bucket. And will return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And it's Williams off the drive. And Williams punches it home.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. That'll be a 5-second call. Here's Sexton. And he buries his first look.
And this is how skilled of a scorer Sexton is. Able to make difficult shots in the defense's face.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation. George outside. Drains the triple. George has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here's Conley. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Shibwe. And that one is hammered home.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Randall. Shoots over Collins. That one's wide left. Jazz leading by 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now here's George. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Utah shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season. Averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback. Just a dynamic scoring guard.
Pass to Conley. And, yep, it's good.
And not just a jump shooter. Conley is also adept at finding real estate close to the rim.
Outside Sexton. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Randall. Driving to the basket. And it's Randall with the jam.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And that one's good from Conley. Conley's got 5 now.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
Sexton, that's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Outside for Randall. Lets the 3 fly. Utah grabs the miss. Williams on the wing. He's got 5. George outside. 5 on the clock. Back to Williams. Off with the layup.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
Outside McDaniels. Gobert on the high post. The kick out to Conley. There's the drive. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
Stan, how do you think the Utah Jazz have fared with a relatively young squad?
Well, Brian, I'd say admirably. It's not easy to be the less experienced team figuring things out all the time, but they continue to grow and work and get better.
The 3 from Sexton. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. 43 seconds left in the second. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
Utah leading by 4. .35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. George for 3. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. .26 seconds left in the first half of this game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Filipowski. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Jazz lead by 6. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. Pass to Conley. Back to Edwards. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Utah Jazz leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Timberwolves trail by 6. Left side, Conley. Randall with the drive. That one's off. 4 for 7 in the game now. And the Jazz with possession here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Minnesota shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Jazz leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Collins. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The 3 ball is part of JC's game, but I like Collins the most inside.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Collins. And Minnesota with possession here. Conley looking for an opening. Over George. Minnesota again missing. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by.
Yeah, assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Over to the wing. Down low. So both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
For 3, DiVincenzo buries it from 3. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Comes off the floor for the Jazz. Collier.
Mills with it. Filipowski for 3. Reed with the rebound. Miller outside. Beyond the arc. And Mills pulls it down.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Puts up a deep 3. Rebound Minnesota. Right side, DiVincenzo. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Out to DiVincenzo. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Jazz ball.
Utah leading by 8. Outside, Williams. And another miss by Utah. Minnesota with the ball. Here's DiVincenzo. Some solid defense from Williams.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Now here's Mills. Yet to see a basket. Inside. Here's Filipowski. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Takes a 3. And Mills pulls it down. The Jazz on offense. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Williams. 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Timberwolves trail by 12. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Fires in the triple.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
To the right side. Here's Juzang. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Reed. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Lauri Markkanen. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
And so Reid nails them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Right side, Williams. Back to Mills. Pass to Juzang. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Collier. Three-pointer. Great D that time from Miller. To the inside. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Jazz up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. To the paint. Here's Reid. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
It's both from the stripe.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Outside, Williams. To the middle. Outside, Mills. Pass to Collins. Now here's Mills. Knocks it down from distance. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Outside Reed. Inside. Back to Miller. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Yes, it's good.
Can't ask for a better.
That computer defense ain't gonna help you, man. It ain't gonna save you.
Leading by 4. Outside, Williams. They grab their own miss. From outside the arc. Counted from distance. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Right side, Alexander Walker. Here's Ingles. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity. Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Reed. Miller outside. Miller on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah leading. Pass to Williams. From downtown. Drills it from deep.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Now here's Mills. Now Collins. Williams from long range. Alexander Walker grabs the board. And Minnesota with possession here. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Miller outside. Here's DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Well, that's taking full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. Timberwolves trail by 6. The drive by DiVincenzo. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Randall. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that brings him within 5.
And trying to cut into this deficit, tough to leave any points on the table.
And here's George. Down low. Here's Filipowski. Can't connect from short range.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Jazz leading by 5. Here's Collier. To the paint. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And Gobert with the stuff.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first. And that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on. Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And he buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that trims the lead to 6. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. Minnesota with the ball. From deep, Conley. And they get it back. McDaniels. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good for Edwards. 17 seconds left in the final quarter. And now we've got an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. Yes!
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. McDaniels from long range. They get it again. Money.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.